Hey guys, James here. Today is January 14th, 2015, and that means that today marks 5 months on T. I didn't make a video at 4 months because I felt like there weren't that many changes between months 3 and 4. I guess since I've been on T for a few months now, I feel like the changes have started to slow down and they're not as drastic. So, but now that I've hit 5 months, I decided I'd go ahead and make a video. Also, because I've got some stuff going on in my life right now that I thought I'd go ahead and take this opportunity to share with y'all. So, changes from months 4 to 5. My voice has dropped again. It passes 100% of the time now, so that's awesome. I kind of hope it gets a little bit deeper, honestly, because I love seeing how deep it's getting. I definitely wouldn't mind for it to get a little bit deeper, but I'm happy where it's at now, too, so. I feel like my face is finally starting to square out just a little bit, like get a little bit more masculine. Um, I don't know. It's still round, but I'm starting to finally see like a little bit of a jawline. And I feel like my fat doesn't like sit all up on my cheeks anymore. It's kind of like settled in a more masculine pattern. So I don't know. I feel like my face is changing, but I can't really pin it down, so I'm trying to like figure out what exactly it is. I don't know, but I like it, whatever it is. I've continued to get hairier everywhere. My acne is still pretty bad. Honestly, I think that it looks better than it did because I went to the doctor and they gave me some antibiotics and some Epiduo. So I've been washing my face twice a day, putting my medicine on, taking my oral medicine, and I feel like it's starting to help a little bit. My doctor did say that if I don't see it, continue to improve, then I could get on Accutane. But I've read like some terrible shit online about that stuff. It sounds nasty, and I'm like way not down with the side effects. So I really don't want to do that. But I don't know, it does make me self conscious. But at the same time, I know it's probably going to be like the first time I went through puberty and kind of like die off in a few years. So I don't know. I guess I just hope that it gets better for now. Um, let's see. I'm starting to get like a little bit of an Adam's apple. Like, you really can't. I don't know how well you can see it, but on top of like all this stuff with tea that's going on, I've also started trying to eat better and exercise more, so I've lost a little bit of weight. So I feel like that's definitely helping, with the jawline. And maybe like this Adam's apple has been there for like a month, but I didn't know because I was just too chubby. But now I'm starting to see it, so I don't know. Either way, hopefully, if I continue to work out and stuff, that will help along the progress. Plus, muscles. Muscles are awesome. I don't really have very many right now, but I'll get there. Other stuff, I mean, my junk's gotten a little bigger. Nothing like crazy. Um, I don't know, man. Like I'm not really noticing any new stuff. It's just like all the stuff that I've talked about in other videos, but it's a little bit slower, but it's continuing. If that makes sense. I like it. I like all the stuff that's going on for me right now. So now that I've given you a quick rundown of the changes, I'm going to talk about my life stuff. And this is going to actually probably take up the majority of the video. So if you get bored hearing other people talk about their lives, you can go ahead and turn it off now. Today, I legally changed my name. So my name is now legally James Doran. Last name here. I don't think I'm going to say my last name because I don't know how I feel about that, even though I just realized it's on my YouTube channel, so it doesn't even matter. Anyway, yeah, I changed my name. It was really, really, really hard and tiring to get to this place where I am right now, and I'll explain that in just a second, but right now, everything is cool. Like, everything's good. Name has changed. Even got a new temporary driver's license. Okay, so yeah, now I'll tell y'all about all this bullshit and everything. Basically, in like October or November, I went to the circuit court clerk's office and I told them, that I was wanting to change my name. And they were like, "Are you trying to get married?" And I was like, "No, I'm not trying to get married." They were like, "Okay, well, we don't have a form for anything else, so you should hire a lawyer." Well, I did not want to hire a lawyer. So I told them, I feel like this should be fairly simple, and maybe, you could just help me along and kind of point me in the right direction to even get started. And basically, the reply was, "We can't give you legal advice, hire a lawyer." So I did some of my own research and everything online, and most of what I found said that, you just draft up a petition and get it notarized and go to the court and file it. So I, tried to call them and ask them what had to be in my petition, if there was anything like specific to the state of Tennessee or to the county. And again, they wouldn't tell me anything. So whatever. I copied the form from the county like right over, and just adjusted it a little bit. And that form said that it needed to be notarized by someone in the clerk's office specifically. So I took my form to my county's clerk's office, and they would not notarize it. They would not tell me why they would not notarize it, but they would not notarize it. I then asked them, can you tell me, is it acceptable to, get a notary public to do it, or does it have to be someone from some, judicial place? I don't know. So they would not tell me who has to notarize it. They just told me they could not give me legal advice and that I should hire a lawyer. So I was just dealing with trying to get all this stuff figured out. And anyway, I skipped to like the good part of the story. I found out that when I start school next week, because I'm going back to college, there is like a portion of the classes where you have an online class list. I don't know why I said portion. Like literally every class, you have an online class list of everyone that's in your class, so you can like do a discussion board or like send them messages, ask them about assignments, etc. Whatever. My legal name was on there, and I had contacted the school and I asked them, hey, can you change my name on here to James instead of my legal name because I'm transgender and I really don't want everyone knowing my business. And they would not do it. They would not tell me why they would not do it, but they said that my name legally has to be changed first. Which, I would totally get that if I was like requesting a different name on a transcript or like official records or some sort of crazy like official school form thing. But it's literally just a screen name online. I so do not understand what the big deal is about that. I have a friend that like writes software, right? Like he writes apps, he writes software, he does coding, and he says that it should be like really simple for them to just, put in what they call an alias, and that would be the end of it. And basically, that it shouldn't be a problem, is what he says. That's what he's telling me. So anyway, I talked to a few different people, and I just kept getting the same answer. So I just decided that I was gonna be crazy and try and get my name changed before school started. So I started, asking around some more about the clerk's office, and I talked to like four different people there too, and no one would give me any information whatsoever. So I finally just decided that I was gonna hire a lawyer. And I'll just say, okay, if you live in a place that is kind of progressive, or if you have like a nonprofit organization who works with LGBTQIA people, if you have a friend, a family member who's an attorney who can give you maybe legal advice, then I would not advise hiring an attorney, if you can avoid it, because this is supposed to be a simple process. It's supposed to be straightforward. For me, it did not end up that way. And I feel like a lot of it, honestly, was transphobia. Because whenever I would tell these people that I'm transgender and that's why I'm trying to change my name, their attitude would totally 180, They would be like nice and trying to be helpful, and then like would tell them what was up, and they would just be snarky and rude and standoffish, and it sucks, man. I mean, it's Tennessee for you, right? So anyway, so I finally just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna hire a lawyer, and I met up with this lawyer type dude, and he honestly kind of reminded me of Saul from Breaking Bad because he was kind of a hack, but he got the job done to his credit, and he did like a good job. I mean, I had a lot of doubts about him because I walked in his office and there's like this dartboard, this electronic dartboard on the wall, and it's like all hanging sideways, and he has all these like plastic lawn chairs in his. I'm not kidding. He had all these plastic lawn chairs in his lobby. Anyway, so and then whenever I met him, I had to explain what being transgender is because people here genuinely do not know this sort of thing. I won't. That sounds condescending. I won't say that people do not know, but I'll say a lot of people do not know or are not aware of transgender people even existing. So when I went in and told him I was explaining everything, he was like, "You're not some kind of sex pedophile, are you?" Which was super offensive, and it really pissed me off. But I just wanted to get it over with, and he was like the cheapest in town, and so yeah, I went with it. Anyway, I feel like maybe I taught him a little bit because by the end of this whole thing, he was calling me by male pronouns, and he wrote up the petition. He did like a really good job. He put, like James wants his name to align with his gender identity and all this sort of stuff. So it was, I mean, overall, it turned out to be a good experience. And what I was saying before about, if you can avoid hiring an attorney, for me, hiring a lawyer turned out to be the best decision, I feel like. Because, yeah, it cost me some money. It really did. And that came out of my top surgery fund, and that sucks. But he cut through the red tape so much faster than I ever would have been able to, than I've been trying to do for like 2 months. He got all of this shit done in a week, I swear. Like, I went and saw him. I met up with him last Thursday, and we got the paperwork all sorted out. He did that over the weekend. I went in and signed the paperwork, and then today we went to court, and it was so easy. Like, we went into the judge's chambers, and he just, had me hold up my hand and swear that I'm not trying to avoid debtors or creditors or whatever, and I'm not, trying to do anything crazy or illegal, and my name change wouldn't hurt anybody. And then there you go, I'm legally James. So that was awesome. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else going on, but I feel like that's pretty big. Legally changed my name. Oh, yeah. Also, I did come out to my boss at work. That should probably be a story for another video because I'm at 13 minutes and there's some stuff that I'd like to say about that. But anyway, I haven't come out to the rest of my office yet, so I'll probably just do all of that in one video whenever that happens and, tell you guys how it goes. So, on that note, I'll leave y'all till next time.